Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Will you please have a moment of silence? I'll rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
roll call, Steve.
Thank you. Councilperson Sarsfield.
Here.
Councilperson Freshwater.
Here.
Councilperson Boyd.
Hello.
Councilperson Popachak.
Here.
Councilperson Canafari.
Here.
Council President Demko.
Here.
Mayor Riley.
Here.
We have a quorum.
No? Do we have any comment on the listed motions? Okay. Okay, administration.
Good evening, everyone. A motion to approve the minutes from the council meeting on Monday, August 12th and Tuesday, September 3rd, 2019.
Second.
A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
1B, motion to accept the 2020 minimum municipal obligation report for the Borough of Carnegie uniform and non-uniform fund as submitted by the Borough Manager.
Second.
A motion and a second, roll call, Steve.
Councilperson Boyd.
Yes.
Councilperson Popachak.
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari.
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield.
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater.
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Finance.
Motion to approve the September 2019 bill list and bill list addendum.
Second.
Motion and a second, Steve.
Councilperson Freshwater.
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd.
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari.
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield.
Yes.
Councilperson Popachak.
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Public Works.
I move to approve change order number 1 in the amount of $5,456.75 to adjust for final installed quantities and to allow for the replacement of approximately 80 feet of 6-inch sanitary service lateral and storm sewer pipe, contract number 2019-02A.
Second.
Motion and a second, roll call, Steve.
Councilperson Popachak.
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari.
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield.
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater. Councilperson Boyd.
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
I move to authorize payment number 1, final, to Roto-Rooter Service Company in the amount of $149,636.75 for sewer system repairs completed between July 10th and August 28th, 2019, contract number 2019-02A.
Second.
With a motion and a second, roll call, Steve.
Councilperson Boyd.
Yes.
Councilperson Popachak.
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari.
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield.
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater.
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
I move to authorize payment number 3, final, to Hilltop Paving Incorporated in the amount of $12,842 for the completion of the Carnegie Park Basketball Court, contract number 2018-01.
Second.
A motion and a second, roll call.
Councilperson Sarsfield.
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari.
Yes.
Councilperson Popachak.
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd.
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater.
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
I I move to approve payment application number 5 to Stash Trucking in the amount of $7,000 for work completed on the Darlington Road Sanitary Sewer Relocation Project, contract number 2017-04.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve?
Councilperson Boyd?
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater?
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield?
Yes.
Councilperson Papachek?
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari?
Yes.
Council President Demko?
Yes.
Motion passes. Council President, may I take one moment? I just have one addition to show Councilperson Freshwater regarding the next motion.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Council President.
I move to accept the recommendation of KLH Engineers to award the bid from U&S Construction in the amount of $27,000 for the CDBG CD Year 45 Carnegie Park ADA Picnic Tables Grant Award, contingent upon CDBG grant funds being confirmed by Allegheny County as received from HUD. Contract number 2019-04.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve?
Councilperson Boyd?
Yes.
Councilperson Papachek?
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari?
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield?
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater?
Yes.
Council President Demko?
Yes.
Motion passes.
I have one comment I'd like to make about that particular contract that's being awarded. It's new you get all this legalese and CDBG, CD, grant 45 year, boom, we're buying new picnic tables. That's what's going on at Carnegie Park. All right.
Thanks for that clarification there, Bill.
Public safety.
Thank you, Madam President. I have one motion this evening. Motion A, motion to adopt resolution number 2019-07, a resolution of the Borough of Carnegie establishing Chapter 15, Part 2, Section 209 of the Borough Code of Ordinances, creating a handicap parking space near 522 Forest Avenue.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Code enforcement?
Thank you, Madam President. I have 3 motions and additional C. But I'll start with A, motion to approve the curb cut application for the property located at 113 Fifth Avenue, lot and block 103-L-232.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion B, motion to approve the curb cut application for the property located at 745 Cubbage Street, lot and block 103-J-139.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
And I have additional motion, Madam President, which would be C. It's a motion to authorize submission of zoning amendment to the planning agencies contingent upon the solicitor's approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Committee reports, administration.
The only thing I have is the Christmas tree should be planted by the end of September, October for the one that was taken down by Fancy, per the Shade Tree Commission.
Finance,
Nothing this evening, Madam President.
no money funds.
I have no money for you this evening. You turned all the money into Steve already.
Code enforcement and community development.
Nothing this evening.
Public works,
Nothing this evening.
public safety.
Nothing, Madam President.
And I have nothing for this evening either. Manager report.
Thank you, President Demko. Just a couple updates for this evening. Number one, if any of you don't already know, there will be more construction work going on on Chestnut Street. PennDOT, who did the project out here on West Main Street, is going to be moving there on September 23rd. Stay tuned to our website and Facebook. I'll have the details here later this week. And if there's any questions, please let us know. Also, administration will be submitting 3 grant applications this week to the Char West COG. 2 of those will be for new sidewalks, one of them being on Beechwood from Main Street towards the library. We tried that last year, we didn't have any luck, but we're going to resubmit. So,
I love that.
yes. And then the second one will be for the bridge over Chartiers Creek on Main Street. We're going to try for sidewalks there as well. And also, we have 7 possible demolitions that we're going to apply for funding for as well. And other than that, we have a couple more weeks left for the farmers market up until the end of September, and one more time on October 5th. And everything's been going well and getting a little bit better each week. And we've learned a lot for next year already. So other than that, that's all I have.
Carnegie Volunteer Fire Department and EMS report.
Thank you again, Madam President. There were 26 calls for the fire department and 112 calls for our ambulance service.
Thank you. Mayor's report.
Thank you, Madam President. The police activity for August 2019, criminal arrests and citations 16, traffic stops 32, traffic citations 13, parking tickets 147, and complaints and self-initiated activity 810. I wanted to provide a follow-up to the purchase of the new weapons that we got for our 13 officers and for Chief Kennedy earlier this year. As I had previously mentioned, we were able to trade in the department's old pistols and bring the cost of the 14 new guns to $2,100. Well, I have even better news, because we took the money that we raised from the car cruise at the 125th celebration, which was $1,600, and applied that as well, which leaves the borough only having to pay $500 towards the department's new guns. And that's probably a little on the high side when we actually get down to it. It might be a little less than that. So I think that's pretty impressive, and well done, Chief Kennedy. All right, Carnegie will host their 4th annual Open Streets Carnegie this coming Saturday, September 14th, from 9 to 1. Carnegie will be closing East and West Main Streets so people can enjoy biking, skateboarding, walking. There's plenty of free fun activities for the entire family. There will also be a climbing wall, bike safety course with free helmets, skateboarding lessons and demonstrations, extreme pogo sticking, Top Golf other sports challenges, free massages, cupping, yoga in the street, free health screenings, PT assessments, dance and fitness classes. There will be a fireman's obstacle course and demos by the Pittsburgh Sword Fighters. So there's children's games, an awesome scavenger hunt, and much more. It's an event that you absolutely don't want to miss. As Steve had stated, continuing through the month of September, every Sunday from noon to 3, Carnegie Farmers Market will be in the East Main Street parking lot across from Carnegie Coffee Company. Friday the 13th, Friday, September 13th, 5 to 9, Carnegie Crawl. The businesses in downtown will be offering fun and discounts during those hours, so stop down to enjoy the fun. On Saturday, September 28th at 7 p.m., Carnegie Swings. This is Andrew Carnegie Free Library and Music Hall's annual fundraiser. Reggie Watkins has prepared a dazzling performance blending vintage music and dance from across the spectrum of jazz and popular song for this year's annual benefit. Tickets are $125 for reserve seating and $75 for balcony seating. For more information, you can go to carnegie.org. And I'm sure Maggie will add some to that. A little bit of a look ahead. Friday, October 4th is going to be Carleton's homecoming parade and game. The annual parade will travel along Washington Avenue to Hannes Wagner Field with the game to follow. And save the date for Saturday, October 5th from 2 to 7. The businesses are having a fall festival in downtown Carnegie, and I will leave it to Joanne to provide more of the details on that. And that is all that I have this evening, Madam President.
Thank you. Okay, public comment?
Okay,
Let's go.
thank you, Mayor. I don't have to say very much tonight, but Steve, can you find a place to put this up? A couple of things. September is Love Your Library Month. Everybody in this room, myself included, loves its library every month, but there's a generous foundation that matches gifts to all Allegheny County libraries throughout the month of September. And we've actually come up with a terrific, what we think is sort of thank you incentive plan. Phil, you asked me why you don't have a Carnegie t-shirt. Well, we listened to him, so for a gift of $25, we say thank you with a t-shirt.
Do you take cash?
Well, of course we do.
I want a t-shirt.
I should have brought them tonight. I only have two, so I have to wear it for something this week, so it's in the wash. But we have beautiful watercolors that more than words made. That's for a gift of $10. They probably would cost more than that. We have custom-made chocolate bars that say Carnegie. But the whole point is just to be part of it, and I'm just thrilled to see the staff really get into this, but people joining us and being part of this, which is very exciting. I think for most of us, September is the start, at least the goody-goodies like me, of the new year. In the sense, okay, it is a new year for people of the Jewish faith, but it's also school started, and I always think that's the beginning. And so we're starting our Listen Locally Downstairs series. We had a whole summer of jazz. We're doing something completely different. In September, it's a harp and guitar duo, and it's really pretty wild. I think most of you will be getting an email blast on Wednesday about that. But that program is just growing and growing, the programs we do downstairs in the studio. And an exciting announcement, once again, have a new library director. Mary, who I think some of you met, switched careers and is going to nursing school. But Rachel Moore starts next Monday. I'm very excited, and actually we had a lot of terrific candidates interviewed for this, which was very gratifying. We don't pay quite as well as a lot of regional libraries do, but the interest in being here. And it was a real lesson in some of the things that libraries can do, and I think community building is a really big part of that. And I just take one more second to say, we're speaking of community building, we're having a wonderful ceremony tomorrow. Jonathan Greenidge was a member of the Captain Thomas Espy Post. He was one of the first veterans that we identified. You know, we had their names, but nobody wrote on the back of the picture who was who. He happens to be a member of the USCT, United States Colored Troops. And community building relationship has evolved over the years since we identified Jonathan. And Luke Greenidge arrived today. He drove 1,200 miles from Texas with his wife, daughter, and two dogs. 1,200-mile road trip with 2 dogs to donate this exquisite musket that had been Jonathan Greenidge's. We don't accept artifacts unless they're completely relevant to the room. Well, another cousin drove up from Georgia, and he attends Middle Georgia State University, and he is going to film a panel discussion with Diane and me and members of the Greenidge family about this. I was very shocked to meet this student. He described himself today as a top-of-the-class 77-year-old who is doing this, but he's retired, he has a degree, and he's doing this for his own edification. But we're just very proud of that kind of thing. So come see Diane has put together a beautiful case of the rifle will be part of downstairs. But I just think reaching across country to keep connecting. The library does that, the Civil War room does that, and that's part of who we are. Okay.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm from Jeannie Williams. I live in Carnegie. and I work at JFCS Career Development Center. And I just wanted to thank all of you, Maggie, nice segue. Our program here at the Carnegie Borough building, I meet every other week with clients for career counseling. And it has grown. There is buy-in now. It's almost like a United Way is extremely happy that we're out west. And to make it even more exciting, we're having our first career fair, Carnegie Career Fair. This will be November 6th, and I believe it's from 11 to 2. We'll have flyers come out and we'll send all that information. I would really, really appreciate if those who can just take a minute to come up and introduce yourself, because it's because of you originally that this is even in existence in the West.
What date is that fall on?
November 6th, I think it's a Wednesday. Is it? Right after we have election day, right, in between, the 5th?
That's the 5th, the day after this election, right? Yeah, the day after election.
Right, so easy to remember after we vote the next day. Prior to election day on the 4th, thanks to all of you, to Steve, we will be presenting how are you going to be effective at the career fair. So those of you who want to attend a career fair, how do you work the room? So graciously, we're able to use this facility on November 4th and get people prepped and ready to meet the employers that we have vetted it as well. So once we get some flyers together, I'll send it electronically, and if it's okay to advertise. But I just wanted to thank you. And the career fair itself on the 6th will be at Carnegie, thanks to Melanie and Maggie. So that will be down in the gallery, wherever the jazz usually is. Studio. And we're really, really excited. So really it's a catalyst. You believe in something, you start with nothing, and it starts to build. And it's because of people like you that it's growing. So thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, Joanne Lecture with Carnegie Community Development Corporation. Promoting a little bit in more detail for Stacy the fall, we're calling it the Fall Fest. Apparently that attracts people, cutting off the festival, I don't know why. So the new name is Fall Fest. Once again, October 5th, 2 p.m. to 7. We have a polka band playing from 3 to 6, right where the crawl band's usually set up. We actually, St. Peter and Paul's is bringing 800 to 900 pierogies. So they're coming with food, more to come on that. Phil, are you doing the hayride?
Probably.
Okay. Phil Boyd's doing the hayride. Thanks, Phil.
Hey.
The farmer's market's going to set up in the street in front of Carnegie Coffee. Duran's is going to have a grill outside. We have a lot of kids' games set up. I can't remember who, but somebody in Carnegie is donating all the things to the kids' games. Pullman's Flower Shop is going to be decorating pumpkins for the haunted trail. So lots going on. We're going to have more music. Quantum's having music inside. So we keep advertising and promoting. We'll get more volunteers. And like I said, we'll spread the word about more volunteers to build the haunted trail. We could also promote them. We could have a sign up to help you, Sue. Why don't we do that? Okay? Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. You're welcome.
Is Scoops still doing that?
I think they confused Open Streets with this, so they're doing Hoops for Scoops for the Open Streets on Saturday. They'll do something for the Oktoberfest too. So maybe a pumpkin eating pumpkin ice cream eating.
Pumpkin eating.
There you go.
Do you want to hear? I'm not here for you. Okay. Well, I just came by to say hello. I'm still around. I've seen a lot of you. I
I have not gone away. I've seen a lot of you though periodically throughout the summer. It's been an incredible summer here in Carnegie. I just commend all of you for the great job that's going on in this town. I use it as an example in all my other towns when I go to them and I go, oh, Carnegie's doing this, and really proud of you and what's going on here. I'm proud that I've grown up here and proud that I'm still part of it and representing it. I have Phil and I and Stacy, we were trying to deal with your problem on Washington Avenue with the flooding, so we're still working on that. I'm going to work with Scott Township and hopefully get them to move a little bit on that, because a lot of it really is their problem that they need to address. PennDOT's been very cooperative. And today we were at Lifespan Carnegie, and Emmett visited with us too today there. We had over 100 people show up to get their Connect cards. If you don't know, Port Authority is now going to require seniors to have a special card. They are allowing these state representatives to work on those cards with seniors. We're pretty much helping them out. It's a great way for us to connect with our constituents, and people are very appreciative of it because they don't have to haul downtown to get this new card. So instead of using their Medicare card or the blue or yellow card that they have, they're going to have this photo ID card for their bus rides. We have one computer that Port Authority has given us, and it's a rather hard to use computer and system, and I'm going to discuss that with Port Authority on Friday when I see them. So it takes 5 to 10 minutes per person, and when you have 100 people show up to get their cards, and we're trying to keep everybody happy, but people are very grateful about not having to go downtown. So I have a computer that can go anywhere. It's typically at my Coriopolis office, but if you at any point say, hey Anita, could you come to whatever, if Maggie would like it at the library sometime, or you would like it, Mike Finnerty was using it at your 125th anniversary celebration that Saturday morning. We set up and had people there getting their cards. So anywhere you would like us to come, we are able to bring it, and we'll gladly come help take care of your seniors. But again, go ahead.
Is there a deadline that they have to have that new card by?
To my understanding, they are not going to be able to use their Medicare cards after January 1st. Port Authority has not told us yet when the yellow and blue cards are going to expire, but they will eventually expire. Port Authority wants everybody to have this ID card. So we're encouraging everyone to come, and they're coming. I mean, typically we're having, 50, 80, 100 people show up at any of these remote events we're doing. So if there's anything you would like us to do, whether it's at the library or here at the Borough building, we would be glad to come and bring the computer and get people registered for that card.
It might be great to have it on election day, because there'll be a lot of people coming to the library on election.
Yeah, but my office is closed on election day. I don't know if I can convince my staff to come out and work on election day.
We'll let another day.
You're right, that is a great thing to do.
Yeah, maybe we could get together too. I know Juanes is close to your Carnegie office, but there's still some people that may not get to there.
We already did this at Honest Wagner last Friday.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
How was the response?
Two Fridays ago. It was excellent.
Good.
Yeah, we took care of them the other past Friday. And we're trying to go around.
The new passport card that I have is supposed to let me go anywhere?
No, this is the Connect card to get a free bus ride if you're a senior.
All right.
Yeah. So it's not your real ID. We do help with real ID. If you have any constituents who don't know what they need for the real ID, they can contact our office. We can tell them what they need to bring before they go waste 2 hours at the DMV and get turned away. And that is a whole year from now. You have until October of 2020 to get that. And that's all I have other than to say everything has been absolutely amazing. I'm looking forward to the crawl on Friday. I've been to Carleton football games, and I'm looking forward to Open Streets Carnegie this Saturday also. So thank you very much.
Thanks for coming, Anita.
Well, one last thing, I just got a
message from Krishna Sharma. River City Brass Band is playing this Saturday, 7 p.m. at the Indian Community Center. Tickets are still available for $20. And I went to this last year, it was wonderful. It doesn't say on there whether they have food, but they said a light meal last year, and I ate like 5 plates, so it was really good. So really, you could stay in Carnegie all weekend long this weekend.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Council Living Welfare, Mike?
Thank you, Sue. I just want to take a moment in a couple days here. We'll be reflecting on September the 11th. And I really, no matter what age I get to live to, I'll never forget that day. I was employed at Mount Lebanon High School as campus security there. And, just to look at the trauma on those young faces and, experiencing something like that, and then returning home to my mother, just filled with her eyes filled with tears. And one particular officer, Lieutenant John Perry, actually was retiring from the New York City Police Department that day. He put himself through college, got his law degree, and was retiring that day. But saw what was going on, grabbed a hoodie, New York police hoodie, and went to help people, which he did his whole life. He spent his whole police career living in an area, a poor area, but if you lived in a project area, they help pay for your rent because you help reduce crime in that area. But he worked with the youth there, setting up basketball camps for them and stuff. This guy just gave his whole life to his city, to his neighborhood, and we were close in age. He was 38, I was 36 at the time, and I just, what a terrible shame. I mean, so many lives have so many stories behind it, but anytime I go to DC and I go to the police memorial, I always stop and reflect on his name. That again, he could have very easily just handed his retirement papers and went the other way, but that just wasn't who he was, and were the firefighters and all the people that we lost. As time moves on and history moves on, it becomes a more distant memory. But for me, I attend Bridgeville for years, had a ceremony, and I always attended, and I just will never forget that day, and nor should we. But also, we'll never forget President Bush, who came on national TV just a few days after this occurred and encouraged America, as we came back from this, don't let the hatred be displaced. And he encouraged New York people, look, the Middle Eastern people that are doing business here, they're with us. Don't misplace your hate. And what I would give to have that leadership right now. Didn't always agree on his policies, but I thought on that particular day, he really showed this country what good leadership can do in bringing us together. That's all I have. Thank you.
Yes.
Madam President. Again, it's September's Recovery Month. I will not be attending community festivals. Pittsburgh has their recovery walk downtown this Saturday at 9 a.m. It's from the Strip District down to Market Square, and then they'll have some informational tables, and they have a few speakers. Pretty sure it's Sally Wiggin who'll be emceeing it again. And if anyone knows, if anyone's struggling for housing, We got a grant from Tom Wolf, and it's through Department of Human Services. They're willing, if you have an OUD diagnosis, which is an opioid use disorder, they're willing to pay, I don't know, it depends on the criteria, 6 months to a year for you to get housing with your family. They have recently suspended the program. They got an overwhelming response. But if you check with me, I'll let you know when it opens back up again. They just need to hire more staff at Department of Human Services. And last but not least, I always end with something funny, and I love music for those of you who don't know me. So I'm going to rewind the tape here and say in 1956, Elvis Presley appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show. And he scandalized the audience with his hip gyrations. And that's all I have this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Regina?
Yes, I have a couple things. One is, as everybody's talking about all the events happening this weekend in Carnegie after Open Streets and at the Indian Center there's the Carleton Band Festival is being held at the stadium on Saturday evening. I believe it's at 7 p.m. It's 7 p.m. So I don't know how many bands, probably about 4 or 5, so please come out and see that after you've been to Open Streets all day. That would be a great thing. The Carnegie Swings, as Maggie had mentioned, don't forget to donate to your library this month. This is a big fundraiser, and everybody can use our library. It's more than just a library. It's quite a community center for everyone. And to follow up with the information that our Madam President was giving, we're going to be needing a lot of help with the trails, the haunted trails, so people that can build, that can scare, that can paint things and do whatever, you're all welcome to come up and help out. So, and that's all I have now.
I understand you also need people that can scream loudly.
Scary people.
I'm afraid of the trail. I've never been through the trail, but I've been there monitoring people getting off the bus and that kind of thing before. And there's some really talented screamers there. I don't know how they can scream all evening long, but these are movie screams. I mean, this is some big stuff. And just to add something to what you said earlier, you know, Ed Sullivan did not allow the camera to film Elvis the first time he was on television, except for the waist up. So the audience that was live got to witness his talent, but the television audience didn't get to see it till the second time. I don't know where my keys are, but I know that. September 28th is going to be one hell of a party. Mary, you should be going. You can be my date. I'd like to be my date.
Well, we'll check with your wife.
I happen to have it on good authority that my wife's out of town.
We'll be chaperones.
I already have one date, so I might as well have two. What else do I have this evening? I don't think I have anything further, Madam President.
Thank you. And I just want to add to the trail, if you've never, Joanne, you've never gone through it.
We went through it when we had Get Winded Wednesday. We did it during the day.
Oh, okay. That's not.
Oh, I did. I'm really. I went up one year and I didn't go through it. I ate all the candy and stuff. You know.
Because it's really, I mean, it takes us 2 months to build it. That's how professional it is. You really have to come up and go through it one night. I will even give you a free pass. Anybody that's sitting here that wants a free pass to go through it.
In the daylight, okay.
Just ask for me.
Daylight office.
You should volunteer one year and be one of the scary people in it, and then you won't be afraid anymore. And it's hysterical because I was telling them before, what really is, I guess it's not funny, but it was funny to me. I worked inside the maze one year. I usually work at the pavilion, you know. But the one year they needed somebody up in the maze, so I was was up in the maze with the mask and all that kind of stuff and hiding behind. Well, I jumped on and in a real deep voice, I yelled something to them. And this man with his 2 little kids, he was a big guy, threw his kids in front of him. I jumped out and yelled at him. He actually went, he screamed and like pushed his kids in front of him. Well, I started laughing, so the kids weren't even scared anymore. It was hysterical, but you have to come check it out. And that's all I have. Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second. Motion in the second, meeting adjourned. Thank you all for coming.